Here we go. Soothes skin, reduces the appearance of redness. Actually, like I said, my son, he is 15, and yeah, he was like, Mom, my skin feels so soft. This is amazing, you know, and it really does reduce and promote hydration, which is fantastic. So, okay, so serum question. Can it be used on your hair like the old Sunny serum? Sorry, I forgot to ask earlier. That's a great question. Yes, you can. I think it depends on your skin type. I'm sorry. It depends on your hair. Like for me, I think it would make my hair a little too oily, except on the ends. And I have put some of the Sonia, not Sonia serum, the new hydrating serum a little bit on the ends. I think it's for you to experiment. I also would say with the hydrating serum, I have found that if I have dry patches in other places, it's quite nice as well. So if you have a little funny place on your arm or whatever, put it on your arm because it's all about hydrating, but it does have some oils in it that are meant for all skin types that you could do. Is the packaging biodegradable or just the mask only? That is a great question. I would say, I have not even thought about that one. So I would say, why don't you ask the head office? Good question. And we'll see if we can get an answer for that one. I'm not thinking it is. I think they would say the packaging was, I mean, obviously it's in a paper box, but like this little foily thing does not seem like that's biodegradable. That would be amazing, but I don't think it is. But that's a good question to ask head office. So I will leave that for them. Okay, next. Oh, every part. Now, is that every part of the mask? I think it's every part of the mask is compostable, not the outside thing. So ignore the aloe activator. That was me who made the slide. That should be the toner, but there we go. Okay, so then don't forget your routine. All those products I just showed you are well, I mean, the serum is in the Infinite, but all these are needs and preferences except for the serum that's in the Infinite. And so, you would use as and when, but like I said, it's just really important, especially if you're new to this, is to remember to have a routine. So in the morning and in the evening. And why do you have a routine? Is because you're going to cut down on signs of premature aging. You're going to keep your skin clean. Even when you sleep at night with the oils from your hair, get on your pillow. And so it's good to wash your face in the morning and in the evening. I think we think about it when we have, dirt and debris and makeup or sun cream or pollution. But I don't think we really think about it in the morning, and it's just as important. Now, however, for somebody like me, I'm like, because I do take a shower in the morning, I actually put like the Infinite in a little shower bottle type of thing and use it in the shower. And then I do my moisturizer. So we've got the two. Let me just go through it quickly. So your Sonia Daily Gel system right there, Sonia Daily Skincare, is a gel-based system meant for oily skin and combination skin. You've got the Refreshing Gel Cleanser, which is kind of a stronger cleanser. That's a foamier cleanser. And I personally love it. I use both. And then you've got your moisturizer, which is a gel-based moisturizer. And so every skin type, no matter if it's oily or dry, needs a moisturizer. But this one is made for oily to combination skin. But I know people in their 70s who use the Sonia Daily Gel Moisturizer, and I know people who are 25 who use the Infinite because their skin is drier. So it's all about skin type, those 3 skin types. And if you don't know about skin types, basically, if you're oily, you kind of know it. It's got that sheen. If you're dry, you know it. It's going to feel rough. It's going to feel tight. But if you're combination, usually you don't know. And you go, what's my skin type? That's usually the question. And it's because our skin fluctuates. And even normal skin fluctuates due to hormones, due to stress, due to, if you go flying and air travel, that's going to fluctuate your skin. So let me just see, there's a couple. We're going to come back to these questions in a minute. Okay, so also in the Sonia Daily, you got the Illuminating Gel, which is amazing. And this is a product that can be used for all skin types as well. In fact, it's got some anti-aging benefits because it helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. This is the product, someone asked about age spots. This is the one that will help brighten and lighten the appearance of the skin. It's got things like licorice root in it. It's got red clover extract that helps reduce the appearance of pores. If you haven't tried it yet, I really encourage you to. So I love it because it gives me a nice dewy glow when my skin is dry. But then it's really interesting because on oily skin, it gives it a nice matte glow, so to speak, instead of oily glow. But it gives it a nice matte because it reduces the appearance of pores. So, and then we've got another mask, which is our Refining Gel Mask. And this is, again, it's for combination to oily skin. And it helps to balance out the oils of your skin. It has that licorice root again, that botanical that is one of the most Googled botanicals right now because there's so many benefits. But it's all about balancing and normalizing. And you can wear this mask. It doesn't look like a mask, actually. It's quite matte when you put it on. You can wear it pretty consistently, you know, multiple times a week. I actually know people who wear it every night. I'm like, great. But you can do it multiple times a week, and it's all about balancing your skin. And if it's a little, you know, if your skin's a little dry, you can actually add a moisturizer on top of it, which is quite nice. So our other routine is our Infinite. And this is for maturing skin and drying skin, because as your skin matures, it usually gets drier. So we have a kind of a little bit more milky, mild cleanser and the hydrating cleanser right here. And then we've got our Infinite Serum. Now I've added the hydrating serum as well. So I use that as well because it's all about hydration. And I encourage you, if you have dry skin, throw in the hydrating serum, which is fantastic. But I use them both. And people are like, well, do you give it time to dry? I don't really give that much time to dry. But you can, but I don't think you have to. So I do them pretty much one right after the other. And then we have our Infinite Restoring Creme, or cream, however you want to pronounce that. But basically it has 15 potent skin conditioning ingredients, including, and it is potent. You're going to smell a woodsy, pungent smell that will go away within about 2 or 3 minutes when you put it on. But usually that woodsy smell is from Centipede cunninghamii, which is Centipede cunninghamii. I say that 5 times fast. But that is an amazing botanical that helps actually not just reduce the appearance of wrinkles, but helps reduce the appearance of the depth of wrinkles. And it's known as the wonder weed in the beauty world. And so that includes that. And that's what that pungent, or part of that pungent smell is, but it does go away. And to me, I love it. It smells woodsy. So, but this is all about moisture, moisture, moisture. There's a lot of different oils that are in this that are blended together. And then we have our only beauty supplement, which is our firming complex. And this has collagen in it. It's got biotin, which is great for your hair. It's got French melon, which is known as a super antioxidant. And I talk about this in my skincare trainings about the need for antioxidants, but French melon is a super antioxidant. So it's going to help protect and balance out. So that is a part of the Infinite. Then we got the Sonia, and right in the middle is the Targeted. And those are all these needs and preferences like exfoliators and toners and that kind of thing. So let me look at questions, because there's one about exfoliators. Can you use, all right, here's a couple questions. So do you use a scrub and cleanser in your routine, or you do just pick one? Now a scrub is a little different. Cleanser you use every day, twice a day, all right? And you're not going to do too much of that. A scrub, however, an exfoliator, and we've got 2 in our Forever collection. And so we've got our smoothing exfoliator and then our Forever Aloe Scrub. Forever Aloe Scrub is going to be a little bit more gentle in the sense of it's just jojoba beads versus our smoothing exfoliator, which I love, actually has Korean bamboo extract in it as well. And so that's a little bit more of a scrub. I call it like sandpaper in a nice way, but it's not so much, well, it won't scratch your skin. Of course, there's nothing artificial like microbeads or anything like that in that. So it's all natural botanicals that are used for this exfoliation. And so you do a exfoliator only about 2 to 3 times a week. You don't want to overstimulate your skin. And that is something I find, especially with teenagers or those with oily skin, they tend to do it a little too much. And you don't want to do that. You only do it about 2 to 3 times, especially as your own body's ability to exfoliate decreases as you age. So you would do a scrub on top of a cleanser 2 to 3 times a week, but you do a cleanser twice a day in your routine. So here's another question. Can you use a Sonia mask after the biocellulose mask? Yes, you can. Hopefully, I'm going to do a webinar on our 4 masks and how you use them and how you can use them together. I would say do not use more than 2 masks at a time, more than 2 to 3 times a week. The reason being is because it can overstimulate your skin. However, I would say with the biocellulose, you're not going to overstimulate your skin. It's just all about hydration. The Sonia mask could start to overstimulate your skin if you do a little too much, because it is all about trying to balance. Our other masks are ones that draw out, and so that does stimulate the skin. So don't do that too much. But yes, you can use those together if you want to. So, okay, if a product can reduce the appearance of dark spots, would affect the skin tone of South American or Indian skin? I honestly, because it's so natural and it's not like a harsh, because there are ones on High Street that have harsh chemicals that actually like bleach your skin, which you know, I don't recommend, because what you're doing is you're going in there and you're messing up what you call your acid mantle, which is the top layer of your skin, and just those harsh chemicals that you can find on High Street are just not good overall. They might do something temporarily, but overall it's not good. I really don't think it's going to affect the skin tone and texture of your skin. If it's darker, I think it might help even it out slightly. But because they're all natural ingredients, it's going to probably take a long time, and you'd have to use a whole lot of it. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Okay, someone says, I love the targeted smoothing exfoliator. I do too. I want to say a little something about the smoothing exfoliator is it's also great for a little spa day. So if you want to do it on your hands, I've actually like right here on the hands where you can start to get age spots. People, this is really, really good for a pamper party where people do it and they notice a difference instantly. And because it just kind of evens out the skin tone and texture, and it's really interesting. But also on your feet. So it's great if you're going to do a little spa day, you know, like let's exfoliate our rough feet. So, okay. So what would you say is best for breakouts? A moisturizer, exfoliator. So I can't really say, sorry, we'll say unbalanced skin. That was not compliant. What would you say is best for for unbalanced skin? I would say you're going to want to go simple and you're going to go light. With exfoliating, yes, you can exfoliate, but I think just be careful of skin that's broken. Yeah, because you just don't want to overdo it. I would try to, you know, if your skin isn't really broken, you can do about 2 or 3 times a week, but don't overdo it. Like I said, I find with teenagers, they tend to overdo it. With a moisturizer, I'd recommend the Sonia moisturizer. That moisturizer is made for oily skin. So, and yeah, so that's what I would recommend for those with unbalanced skin. So, okay, let's see what else we have. All right. Oh, got questions. There we go. So let's give it a minute. Give you a second to type in questions. See if there's any, but this is kind of it for this one. It was simple, but I just want to talk about, you know, what an amazing ingredient hyaluronic acid is. And honestly, I mean, I think there's a lower budget grocery store that actually has a whole line of, I'm not sure what kind of hyaluronic acid, I wouldn't trust that line, but for something like, for a store like that to have a whole line of hyaluronic acid products means this is a really important ingredient and you're going to want more of this. Okay, is it okay to use a hydrating serum before the Sonia Gel Moisturizer? Yes, yes, yes. In fact, I would say always use it before the moisturizer because you use the serums before moisturizers. I think a really terrible analogy I came up with, and I can't think of any other better ones, is like when you do nail polish and you've got a base coat because you've got ridges or whatever, you do the base coat and then you do the coat of color on top of it. That's kind of like how serum is. The serum is your base coat. You're going to go in and you're filling in because you've got these great ingredients and it's preparing the way for those oils that are found in the moisturizer to go to the right places. So yes, it is okay. In fact, it's encouraged to use it with the Sonia Gel Moisturizer. All right, any other questions? I have a fabulous thank you. Well, thank you back, Claire. Thank you for saying that. Any other questions? Because otherwise, we will wrap it up, I think. Going once, going twice. Oh, thank you, thank you. Ah, I love doing these. These are fun. I'm glad we could do these. And hopefully, if you guys, here's a thought. If you have any thoughts on like what would be some good webinars, because we're trying to do product webinars every Thursday. And if you have any good skincare ones, like for example, I was talking to our marketing guys today and I said, you know, I really want to do one. I think we're going to be kind of promoting like self-care and all that. And I think America might be doing kind of a whole thing on this in the next month or two. I was like, you know, let's talk about the masks, you know? Oh yeah, what about skincare supplements? That would be good. You know, I actually, in my training, because we're doing trainings online, I've been recording, I go through, you know, what are some of the supplements besides our beauty supplements that's good for the skin? And I do want to say, maybe to answer this question, is the top vitamins for the skin are A, C, and E, ACE. You know, these are the top. Now there's other ones that you like, B vitamins and biotin and all that. But if you're gonna really get ones with A, C, and E, so look for that. So like even our Forever Daily, you know, it's great for it. But yeah, the firming complex is our beauty supplement as well. Okay. Okay, foot care. Talking about foot care, that's a great one. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have talked about it in other webinars, like a little bit or whatever. Teaching male FBOs about skincare. That's a good one. I mean, I think what we're going to be doing is just, I'm going to be doing some basic one. We do have a lot of new FBO